Good morning, everybody. Hope it's been a wonderful week for us. If you can hear me, can you say hello, 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 hello? All right. Oh, okay. Let's just please wait for some minutes and then let's have more people join in and then we'll kick the ball rolling. Good morning once again, everybody.
All right, good morning, once again, everybody. I think we can get started now. All right. Okay. So, good morning, and how has been the week for us? I believe it's been a very wonderful, profitable, peaceful week. And today is one of the days that you would not want to miss when we're having the CPI data released for the month of December. Okay, so and it has been what even investors have been waiting on to see how the market will react to the data released today. And before we go into that, let's just see how market has fared so far. In the week. 1 minute. Let me just share my screen with us. Okay. Right. Okay. I believe you can all see my screen, right? Okay, it's gonna come up now. All right. So on Monday we had news from the Swiss zone where news came out for the Swiss franc. The CPI came out good, and then we saw the reaction in the market. Okay. And then, but Tuesday, there was no news, no major news, no high impact news at all on Tuesday. We had some medium impact news. Yet we still saw the market react in the way it did. Okay. And then yesterday as well, we had some high impact news. For example, the Bank of England governor spoke yesterday, and the UK economy has not been booming. It has not been doing so much well as you would. And that is why you will realize that even on GBP/USD, it's been doing some up and down because of the mixed data that it has been receiving over and over. We go up to the come down tomorrow, go up to the come down tomorrow. And prior to the rise or to the recent rise in dollar, we saw that GBP went up against the dollar, and that's not because GBP is inherently strong rather, but it's because it's a case of two weak instruments coming against each other, and somehow sentiments was really against the dollar, building to December. Like remember we said over and over that the market character over the past 7 8 years has been that every December market would always go against the dollar. That is, the BS had more of the dollar in December. And I remember I was saying to some people, I said, okay, just like we know this is the outcome, but there will always be a reason for everything. If something is not doing well, there will always be a reason for it. If some people's village people attack you, they can say, okay, it is one motorcycle or one car that hit him, but there will always be an explanation to it. So the major explanation for the weakness in dollar in December is traced to the expectations in early interest rate cuts. So it has become so imminent that interest rates will be cut. But when, how soon is now the question in the atmosphere. People had earlier expected that as early as March, we should have interest rates reduced, but it seems the expectation is dwindling as the Federal Open Market Committee hasn't said anything regarding that. The question is not will it be reduced or will it be cut? The question is when, because actually it will be cut, but when will it be cut? And that's the usual. It seems that should be the trend most of these guys are going to be following. I mean, talking about the bank authorities across all these regions, that it is almost, I mean, the way all of them swung into increasing interest rates at the height of inflation. all of them would also be following that pattern, where one way or the other, they're telling one another to see interest rates are reduced. Okay, so that will happen, but how soon it will happen is a question. Is a question, right? So with the way things are, today is the major day. Today is the major day where we have the CPI data released. The and the projection has been that okay, we may have inflation. Look at the forecast, right? We may have it increased. We may have the month over month and the year on year. We may have it increased as well. So if it goes in the direction of this forecast, that means we may have a stronger dollar in a sense. In a sense, we may have a stronger dollar in a sense, and that's for the fact that okay, now it is not that as if inflation, I mean interest rate, because normally when you have data, inflation data released like this, and it shows that inflation is still very much in the economy, what it would normally do is to uh put the Federal Reserve in a state of tightening or increasing the interest rate again. But with the state of things, it is not feasible that interest rates will be increased. The best would be that okay, they will leave it unchanged, and what it will do, the impact is that it will further elongate the waiting period of having interest rates reduced. Okay, and people went with the sentiments December, selling off dollar, selling off dollar. That's why we saw Euro USD shot up. We saw every other instrument as well. All of them, well, we saw them go up. We saw them go up this December. But should the data come out good, or if it comes out flat, uh, for CPI, we may see the dollar rise in strength, all right, and that does not mean that the interest rate will be increased automatically, because they will not want to go back to what happened. Remember, it's good to take us down the memory lane that it was in 2021 they began to announce that because of the level of inflation in the economy, we would have interest rates increased, all right, so as to mop up the excess money in the economy. And that they did religiously in the year 2022. And we saw, if you remember, we saw dollar rise to the highest high in 2 decades. We saw dollar rise to the highest high in 2 decades. Okay, all right. As that was so good for the dollar, but it began to have its other effect, because to everything there will always be the other side of it. It began to have other effect. Remember, now it began to bite the economy. Companies began to feel the effect of high interest rates, so much that major factors of production, talk about entrepreneur not having easy access to loans again, because the interest rate on it is high, right? And because entrepreneurs could not easily access loan, it began to affect capital. You need capital to start off any business or to continue running your business, right? So it's affected capital. And if entrepreneurs and capital have suffered, it just makes sense that employee, as also part of the factors of production, will also bear the brunt. And that's why even major and big organizations began to lay off people. How many of us remember that? Even big organizations began to lay off people, right? And even companies you would not, because they just have to cope with the time, they just have to cope with the season. All right, so now that said, people began to say, see, if you continue, that's why towards the end of 2022, concerns about the stability of the US economy began to rise, to rise. So people began to warn, don't allow this, don't an extreme tightening or increment on interest rates we eventually plunged the economy into recession, and that became the story for every other region. Talk about the Eurozone as well. So come 2023, we saw that, okay, the major concern now is how to now balance the state of the economy and inflation. How to balance the economy and inflation, because the target for almost all of these regions is to have inflation data reduced to 2%. To 2%. All right. Now, 2023 came, so it became the matter of not allowing the US economy plunge into recession. And we began to have series of events pointing to the fact that these guys would go into recession. Well, the US economy, they know what they do to their stuff, because even the elephant, the giant of Europe, talking about Germany, they also tasted the bitter pills of recession, because they actually went into recession. They went into recession, right? And so it became 1 minute, please. All right. So I just quickly had to attempt something. Okay, so I was saying that if even these big nations, all of them began to experience the other side of high interest rates, because companies could not survive. And of course, and when you have interest rates increase so much, where you see people bearing the brunt are the companies. Stocks we suffer for it. But 2023, we saw some corrections. We saw some corrections. Yeah. Then towards the end of 2023, it was becoming so clear that we would have interest rate reduced even across all these regions. We would have interest rate reduced across all these regions. Okay, and that is why when it became imminent that interest rates would be reduced, sentiment drove into the market so much that people began to sell the dollar. Now, I remember some of the members of Federal Reserve were saying that don't be too quick to rejoice, because you might not have it increased, reduced as early, and that is what is now playing out. All right. So today is a major day where we'll see what will happen in the market, and this data that to be released today will actually be a good pointer as to when interest rate will be reduced. Okay, so remember I said it is not the question of will it be reduced, it is the question of when will it be reduced. Okay, all right. So on that note, again, I say welcome to morning market review as we switch over to okay, and of course on Friday we will have GDP report as well from the Great Britain zone, and tomorrow we have PPI data release as well. So today and tomorrow are beautiful days for us to take good and let me say it from the start that there will be a live session. There will be a live session for CPI today at 2 p.m. Live session for CPI today at 2 p.m. It's a good time for us to make money. I believe that the market will move. The market will move. Okay, so I think I should switch to the chat, and then let's see how we can take some positions. And if you observe what happened yesterday, you realize that we had some market team like they were just a bit mute in their dealings yesterday, because most of them were waiting for the direction in price of the market, especially waiting for the data today. Okay, but whatever the case, let's switch. Let me switch to the. I believe all my story is making sense to us. Okay. All right. Okay. Is the election year going to affect the dollar? All right. All right. Well. If we check the past, has it really affected? has it really affected the dollar? Well, not so, not so. It is the overall economic state of things that except there is any uproar that would disrupt economic flow. That's when we see it really affect the market like that. And of course, because there will be election, so some holidays and stuff like that. But it will not really have effect like that. Okay, so by 2 p.m. I think we still use this uh this link as well for the session at 2 p.m. today. Okay, the story really makes sense. So all right. Okay, good one, good one. All right. So let me switch to the chat, and let's see how we can take some entries. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So, now this is US index. This is US index, and now look at the state of things. This is on hourly time frame, but if you look at it, let me go on daily time frame, and then you see that this year actually, um, on daily time frame, look at it. This year so far, at least it has had more buys than sell this year. It has had more buys than sell this year. But just that yesterday we saw it deep, and then it has gone as well on the bearish note this morning. But then I believe people yesterday we were having some discussions here at our office. We were like, okay, that we still see the dollar. If you look at it, let me go on hourly time, 1 hour time frame. Okay, now yesterday, look at the way it did yesterday, but at the early hours of yesterday, it was typically ranging. It was typically ranging at the early hours of yesterday before it eventually had a good fall as well. Before it had a good fall yesterday. But if you look at the previous days, you would know that this year the dollar opened on a strong note, not because data came out to really strengthen it, except for the data that came out on Friday talking about the NFP. And I should even say something. The strong data that came out on all fronts talking about the average hourly earning, the non-farm employment created, and then the unemployment rate as well. All of them came out good for the dollar, showing that we have a very strong labor market at the moment. And just in a layman explanation and view, I was saying to somebody yesterday that if you consider the way it is now it's just like the normal. Imagine the federal government announcing a kind of pay increase in pay, and then somehow market generally reacts to it. If you have been earning 500,000 naira before, and then suddenly your salary is increased to 700,000 naira, and across board, what you used to buy for 100 naira before, those guys will just tell you that, oh, no, 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 it has now become 150 or 200 naira. So there is more money to be spent. You get now. There's more money to be spent. That means we should have more. The CPI should show that people are still buying more. You understand? We are still buying at higher price, I should say. You get, so that's why we should have a kind of a positive CPI, to the positive in the sense that the data will show that inflation is still high. You understand, in the economy. I think as at the last check, the inflation rate is at 2.4 and the target is 2%. Okay. All right. Now look at US 100. Now, sorry, US index. If the data as projected is to come out good for the dollar, so you should be expecting a stronger dollar today. You should be expecting a stronger dollar today. And it was a concern of some people when NFP came out on Friday that it came out good for the dollar. and then we saw the immediate reaction, only for it that as soon as it made the profit, it lost all the profit it made. How many of you were in the market that day and you saw what happened? How many of you were in the market and you saw what happened? Okay. Uh but it's just that the effect of that news didn't eventually leave the market, though we saw some immediate reactions. When the news came out, dollar became strong and then it made profit, but not now. I didn't made the gain than it lost all the gain it made as well. But the market still factored into it into that okay, that the dollar is still strong. That's why dollar went up again. Dollar became stronger as well. All right, so that's why if you are trading it today, if you are trading the market today, all right, I would say you may just want to you have been taught how to use your pending orders. You get you may want to engage the pending orders as well. And I should also say this. I don't know why I say it's like I've not given you. See, the essence of this thing is to do market analysis, and that's what we are doing. We are reviewing the market. Okay, I know some people will be waiting for entry positions, but I think this will help you more than me just reeling out positions. You understand me? But you need information to arm you to arm yourself in making a better trading decisions. All right, making better trading decisions. I meant to say. All right. So I should say this, that see, um okay, I was talking to an elderly man yesterday, a client of mine, and I said, I think I once told another client as well this. We all love we all love to take um indices market. I love indices instruments, right? They give good money and you should trade them. But many of us are not as well taking advantage of currencies, where you will use one standard on US 100 and then your heart will be in your mouth. You will use it on Euro USD or on any currency pair, and then you still feel all right. All right. That's because the volatility in these two types of market are different. You understand me? So if you want to really, let me give you this. If you are trading the CPI today, use big volume, big lot, more on currency pairs. You'll be glad you did. It will give you good profit, big profit, good and big profit. You understand? If you have more money, enough money, use it on indices as well. But I'm just giving you insight. Use big volume on currency pairs. You see it give you good profits. All right. On that note, so let's look at how we can take position right in this market this morning. Now, for US for US index. Okay, somebody is saying he's not a fan of currency. Do well. Well, okay. I might not be so much of a fan, but I'm a fan of making profit. So whatever will give you profit, let me be a fan of it. Okay. All right. So now on US index, let's look at taking our entry. If you are going for a sell, you may want to go in for your sell on US index pending the time. If all these things do not trigger before 2 p.m., please close them. Please close them before 2 p.m. Just close them. But if you are looking for a sell, I would say you go in for a sell stop on US index at 101.848. 101.848. 101.848. Okay. 101.848. All right. And then you might want to also look at taking your profit guide before that verified support. Yes, then verify support. You want to take a profit before the verified support at 101.711. Go in at 101.848 and then take a profit at 101.711. Okay, that's beautiful. Oh, great. Then for a buy position, let's look at us just going above the 38.2 fib level. Above the 38.2 fib level. And if you are the type that you know how to use your limit orders, if it continues to take a buy, you can just follow the current buy. But that's not the position I'm giving you. I'm giving you a buy stop at 102.105, 102.105, and then you take a profit at 102.206, 102.206. Take your entry at 102.105 and take your profit at 102.206. All right. Okay, so let's look at Euro USD. Okay. Now, you know, like I said yesterday, the dollar traded bearish yesterday and it opened as well today. And so we've seen the impact here. We see the impact here on Euro USD, on Euro USD. Here we see, you can see what it's doing. It has done some buy moves this morning. Okay, and the thing is this: even from the Eurozone, it is expected that we have interest rate cuts. It's expected that we have interest rate cuts, but most of these instruments are actually waiting for the CPI data today. They are waiting for the CPI data today. So, but whatever the case is, we can still have some good entries here on Euro USD this morning. On you, and if you are just joining in, I did announce that there will be a live session today. There will be a live session today. So we will be using this particular link as well for the live session at 2 p.m. Today for the CPI. Okay, so you might just want to get yourself prepared. If you have not funded your account, please fund your account. Have good money in your account. Have good money in your account. Take good trades so that we can all laugh and smile together. So that by the time you say hello to me, you want to say, oh my. Okay, then let me go that direction again this morning. Right. So then I was going to give us entry positions on okay. So now we see it on 30 minutes time frame. It has been rejected at least verified resistance. It has begun to sell, and obviously it's going to sell at least down to this point. It's going to sell down to this point. If you want to enter the instant sell, you may, but just the market is just typically ranging. So this is what I'm going to do for you. Now, for those of you trading, if you want to go in for a sell limit, I want to just go in for a sell because markets will still eat against this wall this morning. You can prepare yourself for a sell limit at 1.09857. 1.09857. Go in for a sell limit at 1.09857. 1.09857. Let that be your sell limit, and then you can follow the sell down to price level 1.09731. 1.09731. 1.09731. Let me say it again. Going for your sell limit on Euro USD at 1.09857. 1.09857. And then look at taking your profit at 1.09731. So in the same vein, you might want to also look out for a buy limit. You can look out for a buy limit. Look out for a buy limit at price 1.09. The take profit for your sell limit. Make it your entry for your buy limit at 1.09. At 1.09, right? Take it at 1.09731, and then take your profit at 1.09857. And that will be a very good one. That will be a very good one for all of us. So, like I said, market will just be trading cautiously today ahead of the CPI data. If any of these positions refuse to trigger, please, you may please please just try and close them before 2 p.m. Close them before 2 p.m. because market will definitely move by at the release of the data at 2:30. But at 2 p.m. we gather together. We congregate on this holy mountain, this Zoom platform. All right, and then we will look at taking some good spiritual positions to make good money in the market. All right, so then let's continue. Now, interestingly, I don't give stop loss to people. So Mr. or Miss or Mrs. Oluwaseun, I don't give stop loss. You understand? You can always determine your stop loss position. All right. So we don't give a stop loss. All right. So uh, so you can always determine your stop loss position, and that's why we also take time to teach us how to set stop loss. You understand? So if you like, you make your stop loss have the position of your take profits. If you like, you may make your stop loss have the your that is make your profit 2 to 1 if you like. All right. Okay. Then we go to uh let's go to USD card. Let's go to USD card. All right. These USD card on 1 hour time frame, and if you consider how US dollar has been doing against this on daily time frame has been doing against um the Canadian dollar, how the US dollar has been it has been doing so poorly though. If you look at it, this is on the 5th. This right, yes. So right from on the first, on the first second, it has been trading bullish. At least last year it traded so bearish against the Canadian dollar, but it has been trading bullish this year. Of course, the explanation I gave earlier, and then we may still see it if the data comes out good for the dollar. We may still see it right in that direction, or you understand, trying to do some a kind of a change in the trend. But but the trend has not changed there. Hope the trend is here to change, like that. Yeah, the trend is here to change. This is still a downtrend for USD card. All right, the trend is here to change, but it's beginning to make a pivot here now, at least from this position to go. And I did say something. Maybe I should also say it as well. Now, what is the impact of? But are we learning here? I'm not just giving us. I'm not just giving us what's it called? Entry position, but are we learning? Now, when it comes to increasing, reducing interest, somehow by now, for those of us who have been joining and joining, you would have heard us. You must have heard us say, you must have heard us say that okay, that when interest rate is increased, it gives strength to the dollar. So meaning that if interest rate is reduced, it does not drive any buy any more buy to the dollar. You understand? Meaning that we see dollar sell more. Okay, but that is not always. That is the as a standalone concept. That is what it means. You understand? That is what it means, that it will not draw an appeal towards the dollar. However, there are other externalities. There are factors that can, even despite having a reduced interest rate, you still see the dollar strong. There are other factors to it too. And I should say it over and over. There is power in repetition. I've said it, I think I've said it over and over, right, on this channel. But I think there is power in repetition, because when we repeat, it is easy to retain what is said. Okay, so I think I once said was that when we have interest rate reduced, it is not to first and foremost discourage the currency of that nation, but what it does actually is to look at some other advantages that come with it, and that is, for example, having a competitive edge when it comes to exportation. Now, because you can easily, people will want to buy more because they can easily access and pay for it. So they will buy more. They will buy more. They will buy more. They will buy more. You understand? uh, uh, they can buy more from you. So having interest rate reduced will encourage local and internal productions. Many people, like the factors of production that I touched on the other time, because interest rate is high, entrepreneurs could not access loan. Meaning that if interest rate is reduced, entrepreneurs can access more loan more. And if they can access loan more, that means there is capital to establish businesses, or to run and to continue to run our businesses. If we have enough capital to run businesses, that means unemployment will reduce, because we will have more people gaining employment. You understand? So you see that internally it is giving strength, increasing and boosting the economy. That is the advantage to it. You understand? So it is increasing and boosting the economy. Okay. So that said, so what it will do, it will do is that although it may not have that strong appeal on the global scene as to when it comes to comparing currencies, but it is giving strength, building the internal economy, which at the end of the day, overall goal, you will see it strengthening dollar. So the appeal will still be very much there. So it does not mean that dollar will be perpetually weak when we have interest rate reduced, because it will be that weakness, that seeming weakness will be received by by some other measures that are strong. You understand? So more that you might not see the eventual effect, right, on dollar. Do we understand? Okay, I just thought to say that because I believe that should help us beyond just looking at entries. Okay, so I was talking about USD card, and I think I should run fast too. I've only touched on just two. Okay, all right. So I should run fast. So let me see it on 30 minutes time frame. Okay, let's see. Now we can see that it has been ranging. Market is just typically ranging here today. Okay, market is just typically ranging here today. So I will ask us to go in for a, if you are looking at taking a buy trade. All right, you can see my moving averages. You can see my 12 period moving average and my 26 period moving average, both of them serving as resistance to price right here. Okay, so you still expect the dollar to go down further, but it is just a typical ranging market that you need to wait for a breakout for you to have any specific. And interestingly, I'm not really expecting it even to go below this stone cold support. I'm not expecting to go below this stone cold support. So what do we do in this situation? I'm going to ask you to pay yourself for a buy limit. When I ask you to pay yourself for your buy limit, should price be pushed down? This 12 period moving average is giving it a knockdown to back to this Fibo contour up that you see here, which is serving as a dynamic support level here. So I'm going to ask you, should price touch this trend line as well at price level 1.33553? 1.33553. Let me say it again. 1.33553. Go in for your buy. So I'm giving you a buy limit at 1.33553. 1.33553. Going for your buy. Let price touch it and let it go up all the way. But definitely you can see. Remember, these are dynamic resistance here. You understand me? These are dynamic resistance here. So whatever the case, you can just target your take profit to be around this price zone, and this price zone at 1.33637. 1.33637. 1.33637. I believe we are getting it. All right. So 1.3, I will still attend to some questions. I just want to be fast. If I keep going back to questions, I might not be able to really run fast. All right. So you can take your profit at 1.33637. So I said going for a buy limit at 1.33553, and then take your profit at 1.33637. Now, alternatively, as I expect the market to do, today, I might want, let me give you a sell limit. And I'm going to go above the TP for my destiny. So I'm going to give you a sell limit here at 1.33661. 1.33661. For your sell trade, I'm giving you a sell limit at 1.33661. 1.33661. Okay, you can follow it down. Anyway, anywhere near, you can have your TP around price level 1.33567. 1.33567. Let me take it again. A sell limit at 1.33661 and take a profit at 1.33567. 1.33567. I believe we got that as well. Okay, let me just do one more. I'll just do GBP USD, and now I'll go to some other instruments. I will do GBP USD. All right. So 1.3. I believe we got the entry. Let me say it again. Your sell limit entry at 1.33661 and your TP at 1.33567. 1.33567. All right. Okay. So let me just look at GBP USD. Okay, or perhaps I should just look at USD JPY as well. Okay, so let me see GBP USD first, and then I do USD JPY as well. Okay. All right. So um this is GU. This is GU. Now, no, I told you earlier that we've been having mixed data coming from these zones, all right? And it's not because the Great Britain pound is strong in itself. It's a case of two weak instruments, especially that last year, coming against the other, and then somehow one took the bearish sentiments was more in the direction of the dollar than GU last year, and then we are still seeing it. I having what's it called? At least to yesterday and today, we could see how GU goes well. How it has given so much stronger against the dollar, against the dollar. Okay, so the way it is now, where it is, I'm gonna advise that you can just look for a sell limit from where it is now. All right, you can just look for a sell limit, but if you look at it, it's just a typically ranging market. So to be careful so that you don't enter a sell now, you just see it dancing in between profit and loss. All right. I'm going to say you let me see your 30 minutes time frame. Okay. It is resting on a support here. This moving resistance has become a support here. So it is resting on a support here. So this is what I'm going to give you. If you want to go in for your sell on GU this morning, just go in at price level 1.27630. 1.27630. 1.27630. And if you understand MACD, when you see momentum already built and consolidating already showing here, it shows that that the momentum has lost price has lost seems to have what's it called peaked here. The momentum has been formed here, so you might just expect the kind of sell from this region. All right, you may just expect some kind of sell from this region, right? Okay, so that said, that's why I said look out for a sell. Look out for a sell. If I had asked you to take an instant sell, this moving resistance that has become a support here now would still fight against you. So I don't want any enemy that will resist me from going far in life. Jokingly, I would always refer to resistance and support as all those power and forces in the market. Okay, it's like so. But if you had gone in, for instance, sell those who are not risk averse, you see that it is moving against you. But just to be clear, so you can go in for your sell at 1.27630, 1.27630, 1.27630. You can go in for your sell. Okay, 1.27630. Go in for your sell. Okay, and then look at taking your profit. I think the sell is building well now. You can look at taking your profit at 1.27, 1.27539, 1.27539, 1.27539, 1.27539. Okay. Now, in an alternative direction, you might want to look at a buy stop. Should GU keep going in this upward direction again? You can just look at a buy stop at one point, a buy stop at 1.27837, 1.27837, 1.27837, 1.27837. You can take your buy stop from there and then look at taking your profit. And look at look at taking a profit. Somebody said you cannot hear me. Really? I thought I've been loud and clear all this while. And then look at taking your profit around price level 1.28086, 1.28086, 1.28086. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I said you want me to be shouting. I'm like, I cannot be shouting. All right. So 1.280, 1.28086 as your TP, Okay. All right, all right, all right. Maybe I should just do one more. Let me see USD and then I'll go to check some. Okay. All right. Now you see, despite the weakness we saw in dollar yesterday, we could still see that the weak dollar still traded stronger against the weak Japanese yen. The weak US dollar still traded stronger against the weak Japanese yen. And we know um the New Year unpleasant event that happened in Japan actually also affected, because they were trying to even have their interest rate increased. You know, they went in, they call it, is it ultra dovish policy, uh where they had their interest rate reduced and increased. They began with reducing and cutting interest rates long before these guys are projecting imminent cut rate now. They were doing that even when people expected them to increase their interest rate. And you know, since 2022, really, they have been having a kind of deflation instead of inflation again. But at the time, they began to also have inflation, which was a welcome development because they could now increase their interest rate. But then later, instead of increasing interest rate, they began to cut rate. It was not good. Their strength in the market went so low. Remember, even at that, the Japanese yen is still considered a trading what do you call it? A safe haven asset, you get. But then internally, they were having good guide internally. And now, but the New Year event really had dealt a blow on them, so much that it's a bit it shifted the focus of the government and even their policy making body to start looking for palliative just to cushion the effect. And then we still expect some statements, some monetary decisions from them as well this week. So we might just know the direction, but the way it is now, the Japanese yen is still very much weak against the dollar, and then dollar will still trade stronger against it. But if let's look at for some good positions and see, let's see how we can take good entry in the market today, right? So if you are looking for a sell trade on USDJPY, I'll tell you to go in at 145.176, 145.176, 145.176. Going for your sell trade, 145.176, and then you look at taking your profit around price level 144.729. Go in at 145.176 and take your profit at 144.729. All right. And then for your buy trade, you can just look at it. We can look at going above. But interestingly, with the way it is now, remember I said market will still trade so cautiously. If you know how to use limit orders, you might still see it. You might still see it eating against this proving resistance and then start selling, right? Right. You may see it eating against this proving resistance and start selling. So you may prepare to take a sell limit as well from anywhere from 145.679. That's just bonus, not the Jagger. I'm giving you the Jagger now. All right, 145.679. You may also want to prepare for a sell limit at 145.679. Okay, so for a buy entry, I will now say you can look out for a buy stop, going for a buy stop. Yes, right at 146.218. A buy stop at 146.218, and then look at taking your profit. Look at taking your profit at 146.720, 146.720. To be clear, so that you don't get what I'm saying confused. I first gave us a sell limit at 145, sorry, a sell stop rather at 145.176, and the take profit at 144.729. And I also mentioned that you might also want to pay yourself for a sell limit should price trade upward and hit this proving resistance at 145.696. Okay, but in the event of a breakout, you can look at taking your entry or a buy stop at 146.218. 146.218 and take a profit at 146.720. 146.720. All right. So let's look at gold this morning. Let's look at gold this morning. Okay, you know, we've always been saying it, that gold always take the opposite direction of what happens to the dollar. Okay, but it's just that, you know, whether we like it or not, gold, if you want to consider it from the general point of view, that gold is still strong. Why did I say that? It's still trading above the $2,000 mark. You know, yeah, last year, $2,000 mark is is a golden position. You get, is a golden position. When last year you saw gold dip well, and then later we saw it rise as well. But then this year it has been trading in between this region. This year trading in this region, consolidating at a price where you would have considered a very good high position last year. Okay, so generally gold is still strong. Generally, you get, all right, and then because expectations on early rate cut has reduced, so we saw some wave like movement in you Mr. Dave. I took this thing several times, so nobody is going to post something for you. You understand? I took it over and over, so you should please. And that's why I took my time to say it over and over. Nobody's posting anything for you, sir. Except anybody wants to be so magnanimous to post it on the group for you. But I said it over and over. So I don't think I'm too fast in calling out the positions. All right. Okay. So, but for gold this morning, we can see a buy momentum building here. So if you want to go in for a buy trade on gold this morning, just going right above this 30.2 fib level, going above it at price level 2036.37, 2036.37, and then you can look at taking your profits before the verified resistance at 2039.62. Take your entry at 2036.37, 2036.37, and take your profit at 2039.62, 2039.62. All right. Okay, then for your sell trade, you can just look at going for your sell at 2031, 2031.41, and take your profit at 2028.40. Going for your sell at 2031.41, and then take your profit at 2028.40. Let me take it again. For your buy entry, buy stop at 2036.37, and then take your profit at 2039.62, 2039.62, and then you can look at your sell entry at 2031.41, and then take your profit at 2028.40. Take your buy entry at 2036.37 and your TP at 2039.67. Your sell stop at 2031.41, and then TP at 2028.40. Okay, that's for gold. Let's look at oil as well. Let's look at oil. There have been some dramas even in major oil zone, in major oil zones. All right, so there's been some drama. So if you look at what's it called, oil has been doing this year so far. If you consider what oil has been doing this year so far, you realize that it has been sort of mixed direction, but it's trying to push to the upside the direction. So what are we going to be saying? What are we going to be looking at after it dips yesterday? So it has begun on a bullish run this morning, which it may continue to be. It may continue to be. So I'm going to ask us to go in for a buy on oil if price goes above. Coming. Okay. If price goes above 77.55, going for your buy, and then you can look at taking your profit at 77.76. going for a buy on oil if price trades above 77.55 and take your profit at 77.76. For your sell trade, you may go in at price level 77.70 or 7.70 and then take your profit at 76.88. Let me repeat again. 77.07, make it your sell stop entry and take your profit at 76.88. For your buy trade again on oil, going at price for your buy stop going at 77.55 and take your profit at 77.76. And then for your sell stop going at 77.07 and then take your profit at 76.88. 76.88. Okay. So then we're going for, let's look at US 100. Let's look at US 100. Okay, I think over here. Oh, somebody please say tech is yet to start. Tech is yet to start. That has been but then tech has started. The booming in AI technology has really given strength to tech. So US 100, you look at it yesterday, traded so bullish yesterday, all right, and then even in fact it has been having for the past 3 days now. It has been a consecutive rise in US 100, and don't forget that we'll be having some quarterly reports. You know, for a report for the last quarter, major companies will be releasing their, I think starting from tomorrow, we'll be having quarterly reports released to show the gain or the other direction, whatever it is, in the gains of this company. So January is going to be a very good one. So in case you are wondering why is the market moving, go and check all these companies. Have they released their reports? So it's going to run through the month of January, even to the last week in January. So we see reports on the quarterly gains released, and it's going to be a very good one. Now, if you look at it now, you see my my 8-period moving average serving as a support, as a not allowing price to break. And see that price has been trading above this trend, this moving average all through today, even yesterday. You understand? Since we had this golden cross, yesterday. So we had this golden cross yesterday. It has been trading right up above it. Okay, and it's still seeming to want to maintain that direction, except for the fact that, so this is what I'm going to do for you. So I'm going to give you a buy stop and a sell stop as well. A buy stop and a sell stop. You understand? A buy stop and a sell stop. Now, so if you want to consider it, if you continue to have, because the AI technology has not become saturated, all right? So we may still be expecting a kind of further strength in US 100 on a kind of a long-term view. Now maybe expecting a stronger US 100 or indices market generally. It's not US indices. So if you are looking for a buy on US 100, I'm going to ask you to go in if price is above 17027.90. 17027.90. 17027.90. You can prepare yourself to take a buy at 17027.90. Is a buy stop at 17027.90. And look at taking your profit before the weak resistance. You're at 17052.56. 17052.56. 17052.56 as your take profit. 17052.56 as your take profit. All right. Okay, so for your sell stop, should it go the other direction, right? Let's look at taking a sell right below this 8-period moving average at, okay, it's going to at 16996.67. 16996.67. 16996.67. You know, it's a, as we are going short, we're still going to go short. All right. Okay, this will be like a difference of how many pips here, like 13 pips, still going to give you profits. You understand? So all I just want you to do is to ensure that you take your profit before this 21 period moving average, which is the next support level. the price is showing us. Okay, so you can look at taking your entry for your sell at 16996.67, 16996.67, and then take your profit at 16983.52. Yes, use good volume here and you make your good profit. Use good volume here and then you make your good profit. Okay, all right, that is for US 100. That's for US 100. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So, and then let's quickly look at US 30. Let's look at US 30. US 30 is also another index that you can use big volume you can use big volume on it and make good money for yourself. You use good volume and make good money for yourself. You could see the way it also went up. It shot up very well yesterday. And then with the way things are now, what I'm going to do for us is to give you both buy stop and sell stop as well. But this is US 30. This US 30 is not as profitable as US 100. Okay, so you may want to use good volume. So you can go in for a sell if price trades below 37970. The sell stop at 37970. 37970. 37970. And then you can look at taking your profits right at price level 37932. 37932. 37932. Going for your sell stop at 37970. 37970, and take your profit at 37962. Please, just 1 minute, please. Just 1 minute, please. Please, 1 minute. 1 minute. Let's give up for the buy stop. So let's do for the sell stop. All right. For the sell stop. Sorry, I just go for the sell stop, but let's do for the buy stop. We go in if price trades above 38034. 38034. 38034. And then let's take our profit. Let's take our profit before the untested resistance at 38062. 38062. 38062. 38062. Okay. A buy stop at 38034, and then TP at 38062. Then a sell stop at 37970, and then a take profit at 37932. Okay. I'll just do 1 or 2 instruments more and then we call it a day. So for US 500, and I think most people don't like trading this US 500. All right. So for US 500, we take, let me just go on 30 minutes time frame straight. All right. All right. So this index has the possibility of going higher. of going higher, but whatever, like we did for the other one, just going to be a buy stop and sell stop on it as well. So a buy stop on US 500, a buy stop on US 500 at price 4834 4834.7 4834.7, and then I'll ask you to take your profit, yes, all the way to 4838.1. Going for your buy stop at 4834.7 and take your profit at 4838.1. Right, then for a sell, going below price level 4825.7 for a sell stop, going at 4825.7, and then your TP at price level 4820.5 4820.5 4820.5. A buy stop at 4834.7, and then a TP at a sell stop at 4825.7 rather, and then a TP at 4820.7. A buy stop at 4834.7, and then TP at 4838.1. Okay. Okay, let me see. This is 2000. This is US 2000. Okay. So for US 2000, yes, if you can join an instant buy on US 2000, it will be good for you. Take an instant buy on US 2000, an instant buy on US 2000, and look at taking your profit at 1993.8. 1990.8, an instant buy on US 2000, an instant buy on US 2000, follow it all the way to 1993.8, an instant buy on US 2000, and follow it up to 1993.8, an instant buy on US 2000, and you may follow it with an instant buy, with a TP rather, at 1993.8. For your sell stop, for your sell trade, you can just allow price to get to, that will be a sell limit now. Let's price get to 1994.5. 1994.5 for your sell stop. So a sell trade rather is a sell limit I'm giving, not a sell stop. For your sell trade, go at 1994.5. 1994.5, and then follow it down. You can make price level 1991.3 your take profit. You can make price level 1991.3 your take profit. So again, I said instant buy on US 2000 and TP at 1993.8. I said a sell limit at 1994.5 and TP at 1991.3. Okay, then D40, and then that will be the last for today. D40. Right. Okay, so for your D40, I'm going to ask you to, because price is being rejected here, I'm going to ask you to go in for your sell. It's being rejected very well here. All right, going for your sell at price 16923.9, 16923.9, 16923.9, 16923.9, and then take your profit. You can take your profit at price 16908.1, 16908.1. Take your sell at 16923.9, and then take your profit at 16908.1. And then for your buy stop, going at 1941.4, 1941.4. And of course, you know right that price will be rejected here. Take your profit at 1952.7, 1952.7. D40, your sell stop at 16923.9, 16923.9, Your sell stop entry 16923.9 and take your profit at 16908.1. Then for your buy stop 16941.4 and TP at 16952.7. So thank you so much, everybody, for today. If I'm not able to answer your questions, very sorry. I just needed to run fast. All right. So thank you, everybody. So 2 p.m. is the live session. Fund your account, meet with your account manager, fund your account, top up your account, take good trade, and let us all smile very well today. Thank you for joining, everybody. Have a very wonderful, wonderful day.